is Alan Quintero. I am an 84-year-old man. I am a one-of-a-kind person who survived cancer. There I was, just looking at the water reflection in the sunset breeze. Carry the sound of the nearby cinema at the Wilson Bridge. There was a man walking at Wilson Bridge that looked like the night stars of the sky. That was just all black. The man was crossing Wilson Bridge, and I don't know why he's crossing the bridge. There is nothing at all at the other side of the bridge. I'm just curious. Why is he going to the other side of the bridge? I felt like I should follow him to see where he goes. When I turned around, he was gone. I wanted to go look for him, but it was getting late, and I should go home. I live in Wilson apartment. I live in room 25. I open my door. My apartment is always the same. My bed's messy. The clothes are in a pile. My closet's messy. I walked inside my bedroom. I fell asleep. I woke up. I got my shoes, sweaters, and socks on. I was going to comb my hair, but wait, I don't have no hair. When I was done doing all that, I went to open my door. There was this man. Looked like the man that I saw at Wilson Bridge. He was just staring at me like there was nothing to see but me. The man said a word and said, "Is your name Alan?" I said, "Yes, I am Alan." The man said, "Follow me." So I followed the man to a place that looked dark. Somehow time has passed and it gone to nighttime. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, the man and I went to a place. There was a sign on top of the building. It was just so dark and it was so hard to see. The man and I went inside the building. It was completely dark. The man said, "Hold on to my shirt." So I did. I didn't know he could see in the dark. I could feel the breeze from his walking. When he was walking me to somewhere in the building, finally the man stopped at a room. We were still walking. Then a light turned on. When the light turned on, there was body parts like arms, legs, heads, and more that I don't even want to say. The man came up to me and said, "You're going to be one of them." I screamed like someone was going to kill me. He said, wait here." That's when I woke up and said, "Phew, that was only a dream." So I put shoes, sweaters, and socks, and never mind. The doorbell rang. I walked to my door and waited because I didn't know if that man is in my dreams will show up on my door waiting for me to kill me. So I just opened the door a little bit to see if the man was there. I slammed the door. It was just the mailman. He scared me for a second there. So I just opened the door for him and said, "I'm sorry, I thought you were somebody I didn't know." The man said, "It's okay, here's your mail, have a nice day." That mailman is a good guy. I got my keys to the apartment and went to my friend's house to see what he's doing. He lives at 1738 Rosewood Avenue. I made it to his house and knocked on the door. I went to see if anybody was there. I waited. Nobody answered. I knocked again, and nobody still didn't answer. I knocked again, and nobody answered. So I thought he was just using the bathroom. So I just left and went to Costless on Dairy Avenue to get some food. So I went to Costless and bought myself bread, eggs, milk, cereal, soda, cookies, and meat. While I was in the meat aisle, I wanted to grab some meat for me and my friend Jack Panduro. I was getting meat so we could hang out for a bit. So I was looking for meat and found pig feet. When I picked it up, the pig feet I looked really closely. It looks like a dead hand. I put it immediately back. I picked it up another pig foot, and I really looked closely again. It looks like a normal pig foot. I was like, ha ha ha, this is so weird. So I left the Costless and drove a red hot ride that was 4 feet wide. So I drove home to my apartment, put my food on the table. I locked my door and went to my friend's house to see if he was still using the bathroom. I made it to Jack's house. I saw Jack's house door open. I walked out of my hot ride and walked to Jack's house. I walked in front of Jack's door. I opened the door a little bit and said, "Hello, anybody here?" Alan said. I walked inside Jack's house to see if Jack was there. I was looking for Jack. I found a tiny drip of blood going out the door. I told myself, I can't believe I didn't see that drip of blood. I just passed through that a bunch of times by the door. Anyway, I found the drip of blood to Wilson Bridge. The drip of blood stopped at the end of Wilson Bridge. I said, there has to be more, but where? There has to be clues. So I looked around and said, there's probably something in the sand. So I was looking for something in the sand and found a pressure plate in the sand. I was wondering if it does something. So I tried stepping on it with my foot, and the bush right away by the bridge, I just moved, and there was a hole under the bush. I walked underneath the bush. There was a ladder to go down more. I went down and more and found an abandoned train station underneath the ground. There was broken rails, broken walls, broken lights, flickering lights, wood falling down, and it looked like a place it was about to fall. I was looking for more clues and found more dripping blood, so I followed the dripping blood to a little tunnel. It looked really long, but in my mind, I just thought it was small. So I walked and walked, and there was an upstairs, but it wasn't too bad. I just walked straight now. I just need to go up. I finally made it to the top, but there was a ladder now. I am mad now. So I finally made it. There was a trap door, so I had to find a lever. I was looking for what I found. I found the lever and I switched it and the trapdoor opened. I walked to outside and found an abandoned factory, and it was already nighttime. I was like, wow, I guess it was a very long day. There was an abandoned factory. It was just dark that I could not see what was the abandoned factory was called. So I walked in the mysterious factory. There was big saws, little saws, and knives. Dripping of blood ended right here. I didn't think there was more clues because nobody can bleed that long. They could die. There is a room open and the light is on. My friend must me there go over there, but carefully I went because it was hard to see in the dark. I came and peeked. There was Jack sitting on the chair, but his hands were stuck on the chair like they were handcuffed. There were two guys with him. One was in blue coat and blue pants, and the other guy was just black. The guy in blue said, well, 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 look who's awake now. The guy in black said, yeah, who's awake now? The guy in blue said, be quiet, George, it's my job to talk with him. Anyway, the guy in blue said, what's your name, old man? Jack said, my name is Jack Panduro. Now tell me, what is your name? The guy in black said, his name is Michael James. Michael said, be quiet, George. Jack said, now tell me what's your name in black. The guy in black said, my name is George Lopez. Michael said, now you know our name. Now tell us where's your friend Alan Quintero. He is at, if you don't even want to tell him where he's at, will happen. He brings a knife in front of your neck. I wonder why do they want me, said Alan. Jack said, why do you even want him? And Michael said, why should I tell you anyway? You have two more tries to tell me where he's at. Friend Alan Controls at. Jack said, I don't know where he's at. Michael said, you have one more try to tell me the guy in black named George brought out a gun and killed him. Michael said, why did you bring out that gun? George said, he startled me. Michael said, so you don't need to shoot him? Now where are we going to find another friend of him? George said, why are you getting Alan again? I forgot, why are we going to do that? Michael said, he had a dream of an abandoned factory like the one we are in right now. And that's where the guy trying to kill him, and if he tells people about his dream, people will try to stop kill people for their meat. Okay? George said, okay, I get it now. I said, so that dream I had was actually real? I got to get out of here. I ran out of the abandoned factory. I tripped, and one of the guys said, "Who goes there?" I got up, and one of the guys said, "Hey, you, come back, George. Come on, we have to get that guy. He's gonna tell the people in town what we're doing here." They were chasing me. I didn't even go to the secret path. I just ran straight. They brought their guns and tried to shoot me and ran at the same time. I was running and running and running. I saw Wilson Bridge. I ran towards Wilson Bridge. The guys were still chasing me, but they stopped shooting because I'm in town, in Wilson Town. Like so, people won't wake up to see like nobody is getting hurt. I was ran on Wilson Bridge. My gown was stuck on two pieces of wood. I was screaming and screaming, but nobody was listening. I was screaming some more, but nobody answered. So I stopped. I was having trouble because if I yank it off, the whole bridge will collapse. So I tried taking it off, but it stuck. The two guys reached me and grabbed me by the neck and pushed me where you hold on the bridge to make sure you don't. Michael said, "How long were you there, old man?" I said, "The whole thing of what happened in there." Michael said, "Let me just tell you what will happen if you will tell anybody." Him and his friend have guns, and will shoot me. The guy in black came and pointed the gun at me and said, "We might as well just kill him, because he will just tell whoever in town that will tell the police and where we hide." He pulled and took off gown, and the whole bridge collapsed. The guy in black dropped his gun in the water and landed on me. The guy in blue dropped his gun underneath the water, the deep, deep underwater. I could tell the two guys could not swim, so I pulled them out and pointed the gun at them and said, "You better sit down and stay there. I'll shoot you." They stand back. While they were doing that, I would call the cops and explain what these two guys were doing. The police came and congratulated me and gave me a $2 million reward. The two guys said, "We will have a revenge on you." They went inside the cop car and never been seen again.